Hello, this is Thomas with Tomorrow's Collectibles Automotive, and we have a new project coming to the channel here, and I've got my roommate here filming. You've seen him walk through a few videos in the past, and the reason why we're starting in front of this car is because we're going to talk about the car that's behind me and how I came to own the car behind me by way of this. We have a local page around where we live where people reach out looking to have services done, and I put on there that I was looking for some mobile mechanic work. As you guys saw in the Peugeot video, I had a bunch of tools in the back. Well, I got contacted to come out and take a look at this car. This is a 1994 Buick Century with only 15,000 original miles. That's correct, only 15,000 miles. And it was donated to the people here, but it was donated to them by the grandmother of a family friend to be a first car for one of the sons. And it was not running properly and it was stalling, and so I came out, did some diagnosis, and found out that even though it only had 15,000 miles on it, the alternator failed. So I replaced the alternator, got the car running and driving again. I plan on doing another segment in the future where we drive the car and set up some cameras inside it and so on and so forth, but we don't have time for that today, so we're just going to talk about the car real quick. It is a 94 Buick Century, it is a one owner, and it does only have 15,000 miles on it. It's a beautiful car. It is having some small overheating issues, so I hope to be back to do some more repair work on it. But it's just a beautiful car. I mean, it's a grandma spec all the way around. White wall tires, not a ding, not a scratch, not a blemish. Beautiful on the inside, but it is just a beautiful car. And the reason why we're talking about this car is because the owners were a little short on cash for the holiday season, but behind us they had another car that they were looking to get rid of. So I struck up a deal where I replaced the alternator in this vehicle for them and got the car behind us. What we're going to transition into is after he finishes his walk around here of this beautiful car. At least I think it's beautiful. Cameraman knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yep. That's right.
You're pretty sure of yourself, aren't you?
Buick.
Yes, Century. So now what we're going to talk about is that car.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
So for the price of replacing an alternator in this 3100 here, which is extremely easy, I got this, the new project for the channel. This is a 1994 Subaru Legacy L. I believe it is an L, even though the badge is gone. Supposedly, it was having overheating problems, head gasket problems, and wasn't fit for use anymore. So it was basically on its way to the junkyard, the big rolling junkyard in the sky, until I intervened and made a deal to save this car in lieu of fixing that car over there. So today we're going to try and drive this home. I've topped off the coolant, charged up the battery, got the required paperwork to try to drive it home, and we're going to try to drive it home. I don't know if it's going to make it. It might not. This is the condition of the car as we got it here. As you can see, the aforementioned coolant jugs in the back. I don't think there's a Subaru on the road today that's older than 2005 that doesn't have coolant jugs in the back of it and a quarter 5 W30.
You got that right. Woo!
This being a 1994, they had electronically controlled seat belts that you can see don't work. We got a dashboard that's cracked. I believe there was a crack up here. We got a glove box door that's broken. We got a center console door that's broken. We got another seatbelt, automatic seatbelt over there that's broken. If only past me knew the horror that was coming to future me to fix that. And supposedly we got some dead head gaskets. You can see it's got some wear up on the doors, and the window tracks are a little worn out. So she's been used. Shows only 159,000 miles on the clock. That's not too bad. The paint is faded because, well, where we live, this is what happens to the paint on cars. They fade. So for this project for the channel, my hope is to go through it, get the seatbelts fixed, get the head gaskets fixed, get the car shined up. It's not going to get a paint job. We're just going to shine up what's already here and hopefully flip this car to a new owner. And I know mostly on my channel you basically just see Peugeots, but I call it Tomorrow's Collectibles Automotive because this might not be a collectible at any time, but it is from the 90s, and it is what I consider cool. So I'm not particular on what I want to have on my channel. It's mostly French cars, but anything that's cool, anything that's collectible, anything that's from the golden era of the 80s and 90s, at least that's how I feel, is worth it to me. So we're gonna try and get this thing home, and if anything really poorly happens, I'll bust out the camera and film it. You can look at the other side here. So you can see it's finished in like a glacier light blue with looks like dark blue interior. So basically a blue on blue car. I basically find out like a week later that half of the interior in the car is gray, and I'm just stunned and don't notice it. I didn't think it would have airbags in 1994, but it does. And ultimately, the sun has done its damage to the tops of the door panels of this car, no matter which way you look at it. And so when we get this back to the house, we'll do some more footage on it, but ultimately, it's a pretty good little car, and I didn't think it deserved to go to the junkyard, but we'll see what the drive home is going to tell us, because we got about 30 minutes back to the house, and it could go one of two ways. It could go good, or it could go bad. So, we're going to get on the road, I'm going to set up the camera, we're going to talk about this car more if it makes it home. It's going to make it home either way, either on the back of a flatbed or on its own. My roommate brings up a good point. Are you going to fire it up? So, sure.
Yeah, will it fire? Will it start?
We'll open up the hood. Here we go. The EJ22. Multi-port fuel injection. And I guess you could say we cheated a little bit because I started this up last week when I looked at it, and I already topped off the coolant. So, basically, we got a car that runs. We got a car that'll mostly maybe drive me home. It came with the title, and it only took 1 hour of actual work to get on, to get the car. So we're gonna basically see if it makes it home, and hopefully that harmonic balancer doesn't fly off the front because it's making some pretty eerie noises. And hopefully it doesn't overheat and boil its guts all over the road. But if it does do any of those things, don't worry, you guys are going to hear about it. And you'll get to see it, because don't worry, I will bust out the camera on the side of the road. We're going to try and get this thing home. The tires have got some pretty severe flat spots in them from sitting, and they need air, so we're going to stop at the Costco and get some air. First impressions, it actually drives pretty good. I'm not disappointed with it at all. I've got the heater on because I want to try and keep the temperature of the engine down. Tranny shifts. I got a window open because I got the heat on. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with the car that I got basically for free. Speedometer doesn't work. That's not good. Everything else seems to work though. AC doesn't work, heat works, turn signals seem to work. Temperature gauge is working, fuel gauge looks to be working, tachometer is working, speedometer, nothing. She's no powerhouse, that's for sure. Does it have cruise control? It does have cruise control. I don't know if it works, but it's got it. Tilt wheel. Check engine light turns on. Power mirrors. Manual. I don't know what manual means. Manual on the shifter. Maybe any diehard Subaru guys can tell me what the manual button means on the automatic shifter. Does that mean no overdrive? What does that mean? There's a little light in here that's on the dashboard that says power, but I don't know how to make it turn on. Alright, so basically the drive was completely uneventful. It drove perfectly fine. I did notice that the cooling fans never turn off and the check engine light is on and it's running kind of rich, so I suspect it's got a bad coolant temperature sensor. But basically, even though supposedly it has bad head gaskets and was overheating, it drove fine all the way home.
Nice.
Oh, good, there's a dog. There's the shop dog, and we're gonna go through this car and see what we got. All right, thank you. You're ruining my filming. Really? I'm just gonna film some cars I don't want shown. Go towards where the cars aren't. Uh-oh, that's gonna go through the fence. So hopefully the gimbal does a pretty good job. So essentially it is a 1994 Subaru Legacy, like we talked about. It's missing the badge right there. It's got a bunch of random stickers on it that I could do with or without. I'm trying to still learn how to use this gimbal, so please bear with me if I go the wrong way with it. You can see it's a kind of a pewter blue. It's very faded. It's missing a piece of trim right there. I took a wheel off because I was just kind of checking things out with it. Chrome door handles, all unfortunately cloudy and faded. Here's the engine. It's a 2.2 liter multi-port fuel injection EJ22. So same bottom end, I believe, as an EJ25. Sounds just like it, but it is only a 2.2 liter. It's got a new battery in it. Got some faded headlights. I do have to give these wheels and tires back, so I'm working on getting another set for it. I basically, as I mentioned, got the car pretty much for free, but he wanted the wheels and tires back, which they're in okay shape. So I've got a set of free snow tires over there that are going to go on right there. Got a dual radio there. Some seat covers that probably going to come out. 159,000 miles on the odometer, even though the odometer doesn't work. It didn't overheat on the way home, which was nice. But I believe I found out why they stopped driving it. They said it was the head gaskets, and it might very well be, but didn't have any coolant in it when I got to it. And I believe that the reason it had no coolant was when I got it up on the lift, I got it up in the air, and I was looking underneath it, I caught a drip of coolant to the face. I looked up, and the water pump was leaking pretty badly. That's a good look inside there. Headliner not too bad. Sorry the lighting's not better. We don't have a lot of lighting out here in the shop, so it kind of is what it is. Those door panels, they have seen better days. All of them. So we got, let's see here, let's get some light on the situation. So obviously, she's leaking oil like any Subaru. I don't know any Subaru that doesn't leak oil. You got that right. I also spilled some coolant when I was filling it up. Try to get good light on the situation, but you know how that goes. We got a bad axle boot on this side. Right there. Try and get out of the shadow of the light. And then both steering rack boots are torn at the top. Very, very oily, and an active coolant leak out of the water pump. That boot also is ripped. I guess this is a dual port motor. Some leaks on the transmission. Undercarriage is clean. No rust. We have a 390 gear ratio. Not a lot of rust. A little bit of rust on the muffler. It's missing an exhaust tip piece right there. Everything else looks pretty good. So I put a drip pan underneath it because that's how bad it actively leaks coolant. And I excuse the mess over here. We are working on my buddy's Ford Mustang, and I have not had a chance to clean the work area yet. I like the styling of the first generation Legacies. I think it's a good look, and there's not a lot of these left. Even in my local area, we have lots of Subarus in Nevada, especially during wintertime, which it is. And when I go looking on Facebook Marketplace, I only found one more Subaru of this generation for sale. So they're mostly the 96, 97s, 98s, and millions of the 2000s and newer. And you just don't see a lot of these ones left. And this, I know we're changing gears here. This is an 80s and 90s automotive car channel, but this is my roommate's 66 Mustang. And if you want more content on this, just let me know, and I can do any type of filming or driving with it that I want. So if you guys want more content, let me know. I do believe he has an old YouTube channel. I think it's Nick66. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. He doesn't post much on YouTube, but since I started posting on YouTube, he's been getting the bug to want to do it. This is his area over here. Clearly, it is much cleaner than mine. So with this Subaru, it's pretty simple. We're going to get on Rock Auto. Yeah, thanks for the future fail, Rock Auto. You guys will see. And we're going to get this thing dialed in pretty well. That's my preliminary walk around of the car. Hope you liked it. Get some parts ordered, do some repairs on it, and get it back driving for somebody. It can be somebody's good, reliable winter car. I had no problems driving this thing back from Carson City. I thought it was going to be a debacle. It wasn't. Hope you guys liked it. looks like we got this significantly cleaner than when we started here. Of course, you're not going to get everything off. We knocked a substantial amount off of it. Some of that stuff almost looks like an undercoating or something. I don't know. And don't worry, I know that I significantly sprayed the alternator with water, but it's going to sit and dry out for the next 24 hours with no battery in it. It's going to be fine, don't worry. I've pressure washed many engines, and as long as you let them dry out afterwards, they're fine. That grease on that valve cover is so thick that it just doesn't want to come off. Looks way better than it was. Good enough. Like the hood prop, I wanted the hood taller. More room. These older cars were just built better. Look at that headlight leveling system. Little marks on everything still. All right. So we're gonna let this dry out, and then we'll move on to the inside. Start getting it cleaned up. We got parts on order from Rock Auto. Get this thing back on the road. All right, Thomas here, Tomorrow's Collectible Automotive. And you know, on the Subaru project, we need a couple of parts. So I'm down here at the local U-Pull-It yard to try to get some parts. Luckily, they had a 93 out here, same color interior as the project car. The bad news is, I don't think the automatic seatbelt components out of this door are going to be any good. The good news is, we got a glove box door that's not destroyed. Missing this piece down here, unfortunately. I don't see it anywhere. I think it had aftermarket stereo in it. Unfortunately, glove box piece is broken, which is lame. Got some random speaker back here. I have no idea what this is for. And so I think maybe the center console piece is still good. I can't remember what was broken on mine. I think this piece was broken, so I might pull that out maybe. The glove box door is good. We're going to get that. We're going to see what the auto seatbelt on that side looks like. I think this switch was bad on mine, so we'll get that. Still got some new parts coming from Rock Auto. All these door panels are destroyed, so I'm not even going to bother. See, is this... Okay, so we might have a good seatbelt mechanism on this side. Let's see, how do we get these out of here? How do we get this stuff out? I think something was wrong with the seatbelt. This piece on one of them. Okay, you're supposed to go through here. Yeah, that looks correct. That one retracts good. No stereo. Okay, so it does have a speedo cable that somebody chopped, so that's wonderful. I needed that. God damn it. Speedo on mine doesn't work, and looks like I won't be getting the parts to replace it on this because some lazy aforementioned dickwad couldn't be bothered to pull that cable out of the back. They just chopped it, ruining it, making it to where I can't get a working speedometer cable now.
Exactly.
Any goodies back here? They had CB radio antenna stuff, some two-way radio or something of that sort. Oh, fire extinguisher. That's pretty cool. I might snag on that. Mine has that. Mine has a jack there instead of a fire extinguisher. What luck that it's the same color interior. Is this the visor that I need? I know. No, I need that visor on that side. Is that for this side? Hey! Sweet!
Jackpot!
I remember I was missing a visor. One thing. And the parking light. Oh, no, that parking light's broken. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to be getting that parking light. Let's see what it takes to get the seatbelt stuff out. I have no idea how this seatbelt menagerie stuff comes out of these cars. So let's try not to break everything.
Well, wish in one hand, shit in the other one, see which one fills up first.
Very sad about the, oh wow. This made it a long time before it quit. Very sad about the speedo cable. See, that's all you had to do. That was literally it. So I wonder if my speedo doesn't work because of this, the cluster, or the cable. I'm about to pull mine out and see why it doesn't work. Maybe come back for the parts in this cluster. Okay, let's see here. Try not to destroy everything, even though this is a pick and pull car. I like to be a little bit kinder than a lot of people to pull parts out of these cars. So here's a track assembly. Maybe from 2 seatbelt track units I can make one functioning one, maybe.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They broke the window. How nice of them. Try not to break any of that stuff because I might end up needing it. Okay. Someone's been here before. Unplug that. Oh, let's not break everything. Well, let's try not to break everything. Okay. Well, it broke anyway, but at least I tried not to break it. Millimeter. That big bolt right there. I think it'll pull the track out. Try not to break the window with the wrench, huh? I should have brought power ratchet. Really hope I don't take the friggin' seat out.
And I got some bad news. Does that come out there now? Oh look, a bullet. .8mm Luger.
Hey, Clayton! I found a bullet! Bullet? Yeah, I found a 8mm Luger.
You mean 9?
Oh, sorry, I'm retarded.
9mm.
9mm Ruger.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Hollow point too.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume you have a gun that'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I have a Luger, literally the OG for this.
The OG.
It's the most popular pistol round in the world.
You should dig through this car. There's probably more of them.
How's this going?
You know, about as well as you would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm taking a whole bunch of parts off to take out a seatbelt piece that probably is fucked.
That's called foreshadowing.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I got my trim and switch and shit for one door, so I'm going to go on the other.
You haven't even started on the fuel distributor, huh?
No, that's not too bad to get that on.
Start with the easy stuff. I'm gonna look for more bullets now. If I found one, there's probably more. I'm gonna have to pull the headliner almost all the way out of my car to fix the fucking seatbelts. That's pretty frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Oh, putting this away in the other, putting this back in the other car is not going to be fun. That bolt is buried down there. How many times am I going to drop that when I go to put this back in the other car? All of the times. Jesus, how am I supposed to get to that one? Whoop. Ah. Super easy to get at this shit. Not. Who thought automatic seatbelts were a good idea? Where's the last bolt at? I don't know where the last bolt is. It's behind that. It ain't getting got to, that's for sure. I'm glad they did away with automatic seatbelts. Not a good design. Oh, socket just fucking fell off. Should drop all the bolts out. Well, that bolt's gone. See, someone was nice enough to break that. We'll come back if I really, really need the center console.
Gaming ball of foreshadowing.
Oh, look, another bullet. We got 22. 22. Got any more under there? Maybe. Oh, shell. Clayton, I found another one. Here's a 22. I don't make taking shit off of this cart easy. Okay, well, I only broke that one a little bit, so.
Idiot.
That's a little hot glue won't fix. Right. Parking brake knob. How does this come apart, meow? Why don't you give me the petcock? The radiator drain bung. Dig around looking for shit for 10 minutes here. Where's my pick? I'm sure my Peugeot does. Sees how it vomits it out. Is this piece going to be not removable like I think it's going to be? I don't even know how the other one got broken. I don't think that I'm going to be able to just... This button is broken on mine and gone. I don't even know how they broke it.
Too many violent button pushes.
I don't think I'm going to be able to just peel this button out. I don't even know how they broke that. I really don't want to take the whole center console out of this car.
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
But I don't know how else I'm going to... Oh.
You know what you need?
Seatbelts?
All you need is lap belts. That's really all you need for a car.
I will call him back. I think I'm gonna have to do what I don't want to do here. What? I think I'm gonna have to take these fucking seats out and pull that whole center console out to get that e-brake handle out.
You got that right.
I'm gonna be really pissed off that whoever broke that broke it, because that's a whole bunch more work I'm gonna have to do now. And I'm still mad that somebody cut the speedo cable. Whatever dickwad did that. Definitely was not me. Oh, I really don't want to take these seats out. And I'm probably gonna have to take both of them out too. And I have no power tools. Whoever broke the fucking handle on the other car, fuck you. I gotta go through all this. Well, that was a good window. Okay, that's way better. Gross. All because of this little button. Somebody completely found a way to annihilate on the other car. I don't even know how they did it. So thank you for your donation. Let's go back over and see what our other partner in crime is up to. Awkward. Yep, awkward.
What you need?
What's up?
What you need?
I got most of it. I go back, I had to do 2 trips. Poor Volvo. What a nice car. Sad. Still in pretty decent shape. 283,000 miles. There's a lot left in it. Hello, fellow partner in crime.
Yeah.
Say hello, Clayton.
Hello. Pulling off a fuel distributor here.
Oh yeah. Man, it looks like it's going pretty well.
That's almost off.
So you would say that you're the Mercedes guy, right?
Yeah.
You got a couple of these?
Yeah, I got a couple.
You gonna start doing your YouTube soon?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I better with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody works on this anymore.
No, nobody does.
That's probably why this is sitting here right now.
I would guarantee it.
It looks like it was well maintained for a while, and then someone just said screw it.
Yeah, see, something like that type of wizardry right there goes wrong and everyone's like, nope.
Yep. Yep, something fell.
Bolt. So what we got here is 83, 84, 420?
Late 80s?
Late 80s? What do we got?
It's
86.
the second gen.
86.
Yeah.
86 420 SEL.
So this is KE Jetronic. So it's a little more digitalized version of what I have in my other cars, but I'm still taking this.
Yeah.
I'll probably find a use for it at some point.
Uh,
These are
well-
pretty valuable here.
Can you put it on your car? Or
No, I can't. It's completely different.
Completely different?
Yeah. Because electronics here, electronics over here.
Would you say the KEs are better than the first generation?
Maybe a little bit.
Hmm.
That's a pretty reliable system. It's just nobody knows how to fix it anymore.
No, I'm sure when it goes wrong, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, it's into the junkyard.
Someone will take one look at that and go, what the hell is that thing? I'm not working on that.
Pretty much. Look how much fun you're having just getting it off.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's this rubber stuff that's all old and hard. Don't want to give up.
It'd be like that sometimes.
See, it's kind of like a fuel injection pump and a carburetor
In the same go
and a
around.
common rail because it's continuous pressure.
I'm sure everyone was real nervous when you're pressing down on that washer sitting on there.
No, it's not like I'm trying to make it run.
No, it probably runs fine though.
Yeah,
If I could take a guess why this is here, I'd probably say tranny give up.
maybe.
That's usually what kills these. Reverse.
They're pretty good transmissions, but
Like-
the engine seems okay. But I could take this out and put it in my 380.
You know, if Salvo was here right now,
420 SE.
you would have a 420 SE. I don't know, is there an engine sale coming up?
I don't know.
I bet you this engine runs fine.
It probably does. These are pretty bulletproof engines.
It's clean in there. Oh, it's nice and clean in there. I was having a hard time. I got a splinter in my finger and I couldn't get it out, so it's all infected.
Yeah.
So my index finger is all like swollen and super sensitive, and I'm sitting there like trying to get bolts. I keep smashing shit into this finger because you know that's how that goes.
Oh yeah.
If you have one finger that hurts, you're gonna keep hitting it.
Yeah, right in that exact spot.
Yeah, so I'm all
Yeah,
like,
I got this thumb kind of fucked off here
yep.
from trying to reconnect a turbo connector on a Cummins ISX at work. That was fun.
All right, I tell you about my cousins. What happened with his?
What happened?
Well, he and oh yeah, my cousin's got his own YouTube channel, by the way. It's just his name is just James Perry. He does trucking stuff.
Okay.
But
Get the Mercedes stuff going.
yeah, let's see what other cool era cars that are of my generation that I would like. Like here's a poor Honda Civic that ate it. Oh well, yeah, it ate it. Oh no, wait, no, that's probably a forklift opening the hood. How many miles did this sweetheart make it to? Ooh, I hate that wheel. 351,000. All right, well, she had a good run. Bondo chips. Yummy. It had a good run. What else here is of the era of cool? Anytime I see an old car, I get sad, but when I look at the clock, hey, there it is.
Got it.
Ta-da. Isn't this the piece that was bad on your dad's car? car that wouldn't pass emissions.
Yeah, something like there's. When he smoke tested, there was smoke going out there.
I can't
This
remember.
really isn't that hard to pull off, so.
Because your dad had one of these late model ones, a fancy one, AMG one, I think.
87 420 SEL.
That's what I thought. And he couldn't get his to pass smog because of that stupid crap right there.
Yeah.
California
this whole
problems.
thing is all rubber, so you know it goes bad eventually.
Yeah, it gets dry.
And this throttle linkage,
What a cockamamie setup.
it's very German.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right there. There's a lot taking place.
I think I'm going to snag on this alternator too because it looks brand new.
Yeah.
Trim stuff here.
And that's all real burl wood.
Yeah. It's a shame the other ones are cracked, so there's no point pulling it off.
You pretty
We'll
much.
try to find some good ones.
That alternator looks pretty much new.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm going to go ahead and dial this back on here so I don't have to pay separately for that.
What is that thing?
For the electrical stuff.
Um,
Because
yeah,
the change from the warm-up regulator is a little bit different setup on this later one.
that sucks. I want to bring stuff to the channel, but you got to have, you know, money, which I don't really have. I got to do everything on a budget. It's hard to make riveting content when it's like, I got no money.
I need to get one of those cameras so I can do some better footage. I just have a phone right now or my Canon. I could use a Canon.
You could use your Canon, yeah.
It does video.
Yeah.
Let's go buy some more memory cards.
I just use the, yeah, that's the problem I'm having. This is going to fill up here soon. I'm sure it's getting close. And when it dials out, it dials out, but I'm not going to walk up and down the aisle with it on anyway. I don't know how they feel about it here.
Isn't there like a no picture sign or something up there?
Well, I'm not in front of them waving at them, so
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm not going to walk through the doorway with it on.
I snagged a couple little screws for my speaker grills that fell down on the dash when I was trying to put those back on my 380.
Yep. I'll tell you this much. Pockets ain't empty.
Yeah, I snagged that 420 badge went somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And a couple other little bits. Yeah.
If I'm taking a bolt off, I'm taking it with me. Because you know I'm going to drop 3 of them trying to put one on.
Well, like I got bolts just chilling out in there. Yeah, that's part of what I took off, you know.
Exactly.
Probably on my other shirt, I'm pretty sure. Like all these are from the fuel distributor. I'm gonna have to do a wrench count because these are snap-on wrenches, and I'm not gonna leave one of those here.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Hey, at least it's metric.
That's
so I
true.
just go 19, 18, 17.
Yeah, it's when you get
16.
into the standard shit, it gets
Yeah.
real fun.
I don't know why the US is a standard.
Well, what kind of condition was this old girl in when she met her maker? Not too bad in here. Ah. That smell of Mercedes-Benz. Well, only 141,000 miles.
Yeah, there's something at the door too. It says it's only 100 and something thousand.
Yeah, this says 314.24,
Okay.
141,000. Next oil change at 146.
So this engine's,
That motor's probably, that mill's probably pretty good.
yeah, I might have to come back and snag on that.
Yeah.
Kinda
Oh yeah, right there. Look, 142.
Oh, yeah.
Not even 150,000 miles. Traded into Champion Chevrolet. Who the hell would trade this thing in?
Yeah, that's sad.
Hmm.
Another one's dying.
Another one. It's already dead. Well, something happened to it over here. Maybe it.
It wasn't like that in the picture.
Oh, so the forklift people did it. Yeah, the Lincoln's all fouled up because of the forklift people too. Hey, you know what this was? This was a lid to some fancy German fuel injector cleaner stuff.
Yeah, that's Liquimoly.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
it's Liquimoly.
They were actually doing some good shit on it.
They were trying to take care of it.
I put that shit in the mud. Let's see. 19, 18,
Yeah, you dial together a bunch of content for Mercedes and you're good.
16, 16,
Oh, there goes one of them.
14,
Windshield headlight wipers.
13. I'm gonna need to grab those too.
Oh, I like this year of headlights.
Yeah, that's better.
Better.
It looks more Euro than the.
It does.
The earlier
The one where they're sunk really far in there. Temperature drops coming.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good for December right now.
We are. We haven't had any. Well, you had snow, but nobody else has had any.
I don't know that.
You had a dusting. A dusting. This time, I looked at some of my old memories from a year or two ago. We had a couple of feet outside. We'd be standing in snow right now.
I remember firing up my generator when it was in a snowbank.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a full, I'll have to look at what date that was. There was like a full-on blizzard going on outside. Everything, all my vehicles were
Covered in snow.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, my dad finally got a backup generator.
All right.
He went to his estate sale and they had some Chinese oh, you bust out the old leathery man, huh? All right.
Well, when it does the whole, you know, when there's a nut tightened onto a stud and the stud always is the part
turns
that
it, yeah.
So fuck it.
I need myself a Leatherman Wave. Is that a Leatherman Wave?
No, it's a Leatherman, what is it, bolster?
Rev?
Yeah, bolster. I got it at Costco for like 30 bucks.
They had a Leatherman Rev there. I want the Wave like what Peg Leg has.
That's a bigger one.
He gave away, in his recent thing, he gave away his Leatherman that he's had for like ever.
He started all those furs.
Yep, well, it's one of them. Yeah, he gave it away to a subscriber. And I'm like, oh, that lucky bastard.
That'd be pretty cool.
Like, man, that guy might as well be holding a piece of gold. Like, that's the most famous Leatherman in all of YouTube. But sawed-off Frenchman thinks Leathermans are useless, so screw that.
Yeah,
I need
very
one.
useful.
They are. I need one.
I carry one at work. That one at work all the time.
Oh, there's a piece of rubber right here. Look at that.
Yeah, you take the bottom part off and this is all molded in. I have the bottom part still on there because I didn't feel like dealing with that.
And I'm sure this piece turns into...
It goes right into the intake butterfly right there.
Drop nothing down there.
Mm-hmm.
What a confusing thing happening right here. I mean, just looking at this makes me worry.
It's pretty reliable though. Why do it the simple way when the complicated way also works?
You can German the hell out of it.
American car would be like just a couple little pieces and like maybe a cable or something going to it. The Germans are like, fuck that, we're doing this.
Mm-hmm. Like, we got to go with the most complicated way possible. Well, Oven Engineering has its perks and its negatives and balance.
They're pretty good on these
Checks
cars.
and minuses, I should say.
So far,
yeah.
These cars have been far more reliable to me than that fucking Cadillac.
Yeah, that old caddy's pretty sweet though.